welcome to my dad's channel. I hope you like my haircut. Please subscribe.
Alright guys, so if you don't know by now, this is my son, Elijah Christopher Bossio, the future. So we're going to start off this haircut with clipper over comb, and I'm using my clipper to create a diagonal or triangular or a wedge shape, however you want to call it. What I'm focusing on primarily is not making the side short. It's just creating a shape into the bulk of his curls, because we want some length around the side of his head, and we just want to keep kind of a lower, more drop fade into the length, because he hates cutting the top. He never wants me to cut the top. Every time I do, he gets angry. This is, you know how kids are. Kids don't really like haircuts that much. At least right now, he doesn't like haircuts. So I'm fine with it as long as it looks like he got a cut on the sides. So again, we're kind of contouring it. We're keeping it below the occipital bone, as you can see, and we're just following along with the shape of his head, creating that wedge or triangular shape all the way through to the sides. And essentially we're just preparing it for the blurry we're about to put on my little man. Now, on one side of the cut, I went about it a different way than I went about it on the other. So on this side, I'm starting to clear the sides with a number 2 open, because we went pretty short with clipper over comb. And then I begin to fade up, and then I go kind of like all over the place and start detailing where I feel like it needs to detail. So I'll let you guys follow along with the color guide on the bottom left corner, but stick around, because I think on the other side we attacked the haircut a little easier. You tell me in the comments if you think, this side we attacked it the way you would, or the other side we attacked it the way you would, right? And then right here I'm doing guard clipper over comb. Man, that would make some barber instructors angry. We did guard clipper over comb, and that was just I didn't feel like taking off my guard or putting on a bigger guard, so I just felt like adding a little bit of length to the guard I already had by putting the comb underneath it. That was what that was about. All right, but let me be quiet. Shout out to my cousin Tito with the beat. Link is in the description. So I decided to bald him out with just the clipper closed, and I'm using the cordless wall seniors with the power clip, of course. And now we'll start to begin the fade with the blade open. If you notice, because I'm trying to keep this blend a little bit more compressed, my guidelines are also more compressed. They're not an inch thick, they're more like a ½ inch. And that's just going to allow me to keep the blend a little bit more compressed and below all the length we were trying to keep on the sides. And then we'll start blending that out, blending out that initial guideline. I just want to show you guys the grind does not stop. We are in LA, Long Beach for ISSC, the hair show, and I gotta get these videos out. So I'm in my hotel room doing this voiceover, trying to get you guys that content. If you're gonna be in ISSC in Long Beach in California, it is a 3-day event here. We will be there. 2:45 will be there. We'll have a booth, and we'll be teaching classes. So if you're gonna be there, come by the booth, man. My son keeps making that face because he's facing down, because he's trying to look at his phone. That's why he has a box on his lap. He has a box on his lap with the phone on it, so he doesn't have to look down. He could look straight, but he's still kind of looking down. So hair, when it gets cut, is just falling on his face. That's why he's making that face. And you can see we're staying consistent with this next guideline with the blade open, and we're keeping it more compressed, and then we'll start to blend it out, as you can see. So my clipper's all the way closed, and we're just going up probably a third of the way each time we open the lever and we go up. Right there you can see the lever. Alright, so at this point we're going to use the number 1 open. And the same thing, you'll see that it's much more compressed than I typically do. I'm just making sure that one open is prominent, that it's even all the way through. And I think this is where you start to see a change in the way that I blend both sides. So far everything's consistent, everything's looking good. I will say this, on this side of my son, his hair growth pattern is different. So it's growing towards the left where the other side grows straight down. So I use my number 1 open, my number 1 close, and now I'm following it up with this half guard, using a lot of the corners. You can see that I have my clipper tilted that direction because the hair was growing towards the left. Once I've done that, I've followed up with that number 1.5 guard. This one is made by Babyliss. I use that guard over the wall 1.5 guard because I just feel like the teeth are thinner and it feeds hair much better. Try that out. So I'll start off the 1.5 guard open, and then I'll close it as needed, and you can see the blend starting to come together. So I'm jumping back to that number 2 guard just because I feel like right above the 1.5 guard, because we started creating some gradients, it looks a little dark in that area, but we're just using the corners. We're not going up too high. We don't want to sacrifice the length and the shape that we created with clipper over comb. Alright, so remember, we started this off with the clipper all the way closed. So now I'm going to follow it up with my trimmers and then my shavers to get it nice and tight and as light as possible at the bottom of the fade. Okay, and so that I don't sacrifice the length, but I do thin the hair a little bit in those darker areas, I'm going to use my blending shears. And that's just gonna kind of help lighten up areas around the fade without, again, taking out length. Now you don't want to cut too much. You don't want to open and close the scissors too much in the same area, because then you will take length off. But you just want to kind of move the comb slowly, you know, and then move the blending shears a little bit quicker so that you can lighten it up while. And if you notice what I'm doing here with the comb is I'm going straight up with the comb, or I'm going the shape that I'm trying to create with the comb. The comb is the guide. It's no different than a guard. Once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and start to line my boy up, put a C cup on my son, make it nice and sharp, and then I'll be able to really see the fade come to life, and we'll be able to attack it and bring it to the next level. And that is how I did this side of the fade. But yeah, I'm feeling how the fade's coming out. You can see the middle here, right now where I'm working, it's like a really dark area. There's an indent there, you don't want to try to detail that area too much, because then you're gonna ruin the shape, the length, and then you've ruined that more compressed of a fade. So again, look, I go into that area with the thinning shears to thin it out with the blending shears, I should say, to lighten it up without sacrificing the shape and the length. And I'm taking my time specifically in that area. But I think it's coming out pretty damn blurry. You guys let me know. If you agree, smash the like button, please. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to attack this side just a little bit different. Look at my daughter in the background on her iPad. So we're going to blend down. We're going to start off with that 2 open, then 2 closed. And we're just going to blend down the rest of the way, making sure that we're paying attention to our guidelines, because that's going to keep us guided and not get lost in the fade, right? Right underneath that number 2 close, we're following it up with the 1.5 guard. We'll open it up and then we'll close it as we go down. And I like this concept because it allows you to stay below all that length on the sides. So underneath the 1.5 guard, it calls for a 1 open and then a 1 closed. And we're just pretty much stacking these guards underneath one another. But not only does it help not go up too high and sacrifice the length and the shape you're trying to keep on the side, but it allows you to see the fade come to life as you're cutting hair. Yeah, and I'm gonna record some of ISSE. I'm gonna see if I can see some new dope products. I'm gonna share. Oh, look at the lens. Look how blind your boy is. So that's what it looks like through my lens if you put my glasses on. But like I was saying at ISSE, I think I'm gonna experience some really cool things that I want to share with you guys. So look out for some videos on ISSE. The Beauty Expo here in Long Beach, California. We're spending 3 days at. So underneath that number 1 guard closed, we're following up with the 1/2 guard, and then we take that 1/2 guard off, and then we're left to our blade open and blending down from there, and then the fade on that side should be done. You let me know in the comments which route you would have taken, the first route on the right side of my son's head or the second route on the left side of my son's head. It's coming together. It looks good in the back. It's nice and gradient. I'm liking the flow. It's fluid from the sides to the back. It's balanced. The back doesn't look darker than the sides. Right there in the, the mastoid where the sides start to round into the back behind the ear, you don't see a whole bunch of shadow and it doesn't look like it doesn't belong there, right? It's like a nice fluid dropped fade. So here we're gonna go ahead and again line up the C cup, make that thing nice and sharp. That's the only thing I line up on my son, because he keeps his hair so long on top and his fringe covers his hairline anyways. And then once we've lined them up, we're gonna detail this even more. Alright, and with kids, I like to use the shaver around the hairline, not just the bottom of the ball fade, because when you put the razor on it, because the shaver made it so much shorter around their hairline, around the C cup, it just makes it a more comfortable shave when you followed up with the razor. And stay tuned to the very end, because my wife is gonna actually style my son's hair. She's gonna get the curls going. She's gonna moisturize the hair, do a deep conditioning, and I want you guys to see the finished result. So again, we in here detailing, and I just think the cut's coming out really, really smooth, man. Look how it just flows into the back. In my opinion, that makes a nice lower dropped fade, in my opinion. Alright, we're just going to touch it up with some no drip. You can use no drip on kids, man, because you don't have to patch test. People don't get allergic from it. It's designed for the skin, so you won't get breakouts and stuff. So I feel comfortable 100% using no drip on kids. And my son was feeling himself when he saw that C cup. And that's what it's about. And just so I know, my son is 9 years old. I'm getting old. Yo, Dre, your boy almost got a kid in the double digits. Alright, mommy is going to put your curls in the game. You ready? This is the curl queen. If you are in the Tampa area and you need a curl master, this is who you go to. This is her little private suite area where she makes her magic happen. Right, mama? You do? What you mean?
Look, Elijah, look what kind of cake you're gonna use.
Oh, nice. You're gonna like that one, Elijah.
Take a picture. This should be your thing.
Wow. All right, we're gonna get them curls right, and then I'm gonna show everybody the after. Man, your mom ain't playing. She trying to get these curls to the next level. What happened?
They heard that she can't reach the ball.
You can't reach the ball, little girl. These kids are spoiled. What's that face? What is that? Alright, boy, there it is. You like it?
Yeah.
Good. Alright, YouTube, this is the cut. The curls are in there. They standing out. The blend is there. You can see, especially now, the hair growth pattern. On this side, it grows straight down. On the other side, you'll see how it grows more to the left. And that's why you'll see a little bit of a difference in the blend. But to me, the cut came out blurry. My son was feeling himself. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, man. We are on a road to 500K, almost daily content in 2020. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next video.